this woman who was born in China is going to run for the next Japanese Congress election. Yeah, and all stuff. Yeah, and when you look at the inside, um, this Chinese government newspaper says, uh, let's see, in Chinese it says, 这一华人首领超過他們為第一代最一愛國人關大 which means the number of Chinese in Japan exceeds 1 million. I'm sorry, can't close the door. Making it the largest group of foreigners in Japan. Yeah. Yancy, Wayan, Cham, Dong, Yapun, Jensi, Bắc Can, Hai, Wayan, Ye, Sorry, Cow, Ye Hai, Yapun, Chenfu, Ge, Sorry, Cow. Which means, therefore, the participation of Chinese in Japanese politics is not only the need of the Chinese, but also the need of the Japanese government. Yok Yun Ting, Yao Mei, Cham, Shun, Sengong, Choi Liu, Ho Yi Wai, Choi Yet Wayan, Wa Q Gai Gyut Sang Wu Zhang Ge Guang Wak Dong Soi Kao Liu Kai Goi Day Bei Se Wai Phất Si Bình Tang Gung Lei Tang Mandai, which means if Harada, this woman, is successfully elected, in addition to solving the confusion and needs of Chinese in Japan, understanding their neglect by society, equal rights, and other issues. Yeah. So basically, what it says here is there are more than 1 million Chinese living in Japan, which is the largest foreign group in Japan. Therefore, the Chinese in Japanese politics is needed. Yeah, not only the good for the Chinese people, but for the good of the Japanese people. That's why that's what basically this person is saying. The Chinese government is saying, yeah, and the Chinese people have been neglected of the society and equal rights and lots of other issues. So basically, it says Chinese people have been ignored in the Japanese politics. Yeah. First of all, Japan is Japan is a country of the Japanese people. Yeah. I don't know if the Chinese government understands one here, or the Chinese people in general understand this one here. Yeah. Um, this country, Japan, belongs to only belongs to the Japanese people. This country belongs to nobody else. That's that's what I think, and I think that's just a fact. Yeah. I think this is crazy. Yeah. Bacon. This should not happen. This should not happen. Only Japanese people should be in positions of authority. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. This is our country. This is the country of the Japanese people. Yeah. Mhm. She is naturalized. She is a naturalized Japanese citizen. Yeah. Now, if she wants to run, if she is a, okay, according, I cannot agree with the idea of like some Chinese first generation first generation Chinese in Japan to run for elections and stuff. First of all, I cannot agree with the idea. Yeah, but um, now the law says that they can run for the elections. Mhm. As long as you're a Japanese citizen and you can run for any election and stuff. That's what law says. I don't agree with that. Yeah, but the law says that. Yeah. Okay, let's say they can run for the elections. Yeah, but if they're running for the good of the Chinese government or the Chinese people, that is wrong. Yeah, that's what I have been talking about. That's what we have been talking about. Actually, our people in our crowd, thousands of them on the internet, and I think some people started to go for the street and stuff too. Actually, and people started call lots of phone calls, stuff like that. Yeah, because she doesn't really say anything. This person, this Chinese Japanese person, doesn't s- hasn't really said anything yet, but people around her started to say that, now we're in the we're in the this era of the Chinese people in Japan and stuff. That's why we're upset. Over this weekend, this um her like her running for the election was announced like last weekend, like last Friday or something. So last a couple of days, things have lots of lots of things have changed, and we have been very upset, and we have been communicating on the internet, and we have been calling people and stuff or whatever. Yeah. Now link, the second link that I pasted says that the party that this Chinese Japanese woman belongs to announced that they're going to cancel the recommendation for her candidacy. Yeah, which means that she cannot run for the election anymore. Yeah, well, at least she cannot. I mean, maybe she may be able to run for the elections, run for this election from another party. I don't know which one. Yeah, but she said the no the party the party says the party that she belongs to says that she the that the party um, does not allow the woman to run for the election, which is great news. Yeah, yeah. We have been kind of happy about that. We have been very happy about that. People are kind of excited, but who knows? Maybe She's going to run from another party. Yeah. Uh, I don't know, but so basically, the second link says that he doesn't really know whether she really she's a spy for the Chinese government, or more precisely Chinese Communist government. Yeah, but um, he thinks that um, uh, well, he suspects that she's a spy. She's a Chinese spy working for the Chinese government, and she was trying to make use of this election to have to put more influence to put more Chinese influence in the Japanese politics. Okay, Bacon. Many cultures across the world have the same problems. Yeah, Uchiai. The minority people are trying to kill the culture. Exactly. Yeah. You realize that Chinese and Japanese are different. It's kind of like you know, people who are watching this right now, of course, know that China and Japan are different, and we have a very long history of battling and struggles and well, conflicts and stuff like that. I'm sure, but some people don't know that we are. Some people don't even know that we are different countries. Yeah, I don't know how many times I have been called Chinese or whatever. That doesn't offend me anymore. I used to be very offended. So looking back now in the U.S., for example, or in Mexico, it was even it was even funnier. Yeah, I wouldn't say even worse, but it was kind of funny. Yeah, people used to call me Chino, Chino. Hey Chino, ¿cómo estamos? Whatever. And how do you say this in Chinese or whatever? I don't. At that time, I didn't speak a word of Chinese. So I didn't know. I speak a little bit now because I speak Cantonese actually, which is a different which is different language. Yeah, but I used to be very offended. I used to say like, I don't know how to say that in Chinese because I'm not Chinese. I'm Japanese. Whatever. But they don't understand, of course. Yeah, whatever, whatever. Basically, who gives a shit about what I say, But anyway, yeah. Anyway, kind of like a France and Britain or Germany and Britain. Yeah. So that's basically what happened. Yeah. So now let me go through this briefly, like what really happened. Um, we have this House of Councilors election in June, which is really next month. People started to talk about who is going to run for the election. Pretty much the only thing that we talk about nowadays. Yeah. Uh, but um, we have all kinds of like funny candidates. Yeah. And one of them is this person from China, who is naturalized. Yeah, yeah. And anyway, so this her candidacy was announced last weekend. And people started to check what kind of person this woman is, and she came to Japan when she was very young, and she was naturalized as a Japanese person, like 17 years ago. So almost 20 years ago, she was naturalized. Yeah. So when you look at it, and and she's married to a Japanese man, yeah, who runs this bus company or something, very rich guy actually, yeah. And now she's the president of this bus company and all that stuff. Yeah. Um, and now this company is mainly to transport the Chinese tourists. Yeah. So nowadays, the Chinese people don't come to Japan anymore because they pretty much closed down the country. Lots of people don't know that, but China actually closed down their country. Yeah, and um, um, and of course, I mean this how do you call it? Corona crisis hit the tourist business really badly. Yeah. Um, and so she's a rich person. She's a rich Chinese person who had married this rich Japanese guy. Good for her. I don't care. Yeah. Mhm. And but last 3 4 days, evidence, lots of evidences have been discovered. Yeah. For example, like uh, as a Chinese person who runs this bus company in Japan, has been interviewed by lots of magazines and stuff like that. And one magazine showed that she how do you call it, like she still considers herself Chinese. Yeah, not really Japanese. So her identity still is Chinese and stuff. Yeah. She has been saying something like that. Yeah, but worst of all, she um there some people discovered photos of her being in the Chinese Congress. Yeah, where like you can find those Chinese presidents and stuff. In um, in the photo that in the photo that they found, there was no Chinese presidents or other members of the Chinese Congress and stuff. But um, first of all, like if you want to be in the if you want to be in the Chinese government, basically you have to be like you have to be a member, yeah, of the Chinese Communist Party, yeah, and so it is. I don't know if I should say it is safe to think that she is a Chinese Communist member, yeah, but I think she is, yeah, um, or maybe she is very supportive, yeah. She has been financially like aiding this Chinese Communist Party and stuff, yeah, which um, may lead us to think that she might be a spy for China. Yeah, she might be a Chinese spy. Who knows? Yeah, some people said say it, and finally, this party member said that he suspects that she's a Chinese spy. So he's going to cancel the party is going to cancel her candidacy and probably the membership altogether. Yeah, which is good news, I think. Yeah. Last like maybe I don't know, um, couple decades already. I mean, every time we have any election, yeah, we have this former Chinese or former Korean or former whoever, yeah, can cancel her. Do not take the risk. Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's bad enough that some former foreign nationals, uh, actually are Congress members and stuff, or local assembly members and stuff. Mm. It is already a risk. Yeah, but this person who might be or probably is a Chinese Communist member, which actually made some people think that she is a spy for the Chinese government and stuff, and which actually led the party to cancel her, candidacy and all the stuff. Yeah, so uh, this is how dangerous. Uh, this how dangerous it is to accept the people from other places. You know what? The word immigrants can be a taboo word. Did you guys know? So it's difficult to say this. Yeah. And nowadays, you know, I have my Japanese accent in when I speak English. Yeah. But still, the YouTube AI picks up almost every word I say when I speak only in English. So I gotta be careful with what I say. Yeah, I hate this shit. Yeah, it's funny because when I mix, when every once in a while, like I speak, or quite often actually, I speak in English and Japanese, both languages, right? Yeah. In that case, when I speak in English, I can pretty much say anything I want because AI picks up. AI hears that I speak Japanese only. So if I throw in some English phrases and stuff, and they cannot hear it, that you know most of the time, like it doesn't say anything when I speak in English, doesn't show anything. Or sometimes they put some nonsense, like they put up some Japanese words which don't make sense, but in this case here, because I you know um, this live show is this video is done only in English, and YouTube AI hears everything. Yeah, every word I say actually. Yeah, when I say like, whatever, it says you m stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, mm. Yeah, that's that. Yeah. Um. Of course, I mean we already have some um we already have some former Chinese nationals and former Korean nationals in the Japanese Congress. Yeah, but they come from these liberal parties like social democratic parties or um, constitutional democratic parties or something like that. And those are national. I would say not just the liberals, but I think they're communists. Yeah, and they yeah, YouTube are our overlords, censoring free speech. Exactly. Yeah. Mm. But we already have people from we already have the Congress people who are from other countries, um, or like other former like Chinese or former Chinese or former Koreans, um, but they belong to those communist type parties, and that is another problem actually. Yeah, but this particular problem here, this Harada person, um, she's running. Or so she's canceled already. So I should say she has been running, or she has been planning to run her election from this party, which is considered conservative. Yeah, this party is supposed to be rather conservative and rather nationalist, rather right wing. Yeah, she was running from there. I don't know why. Maybe she didn't get the recommendation from other communist type parties. Yeah. So so anyway, that's what happens, right? So that's pretty much it. The most typical in Japan, most typical one is the Korean descents, who are in the Congress already. It makes me wonder, like, who the hell, wanted to vote for, you know, these former Koreans, but I guess the the communists want to like overthrow this country, this country's democracy and stuff, and I think they want to have some Koreans elected in the um, parliaments and stuff. Yeah, and they're being kind of successful. Yeah, of course, I mean, like, majority of the Congress people are Japanese and stuff, but we have like we have lots of them. Like, we have lots of them. Yeah. um, we have half American, Onoda Akemi. Yeah, she's half American and half Japanese, and she looks kind of actually European. But I think she's more right winged. She's more right wing than lots of other nationalist party members. Yeah, she really asserts that Japan should belong to the Japanese people, and basically you know, she's against immigration and stuff. Yeah, which is good news to us. Yeah, and whether it's kind of interesting to see those people sometimes because um, yeah. But other like former Koreans and Chinese and stuff, I mean, like, basically they say like this country belongs to everybody. Yeah, not only to the Japanese people, but this country belongs to everyone. And that's basically what they say. Yeah. We have. another candidate from China, or technically from China. She's a Uyghur. Oh, and Sally, you're still there. Okay, all right. I'm going to carry on in English still. Um, uh, we have this candidate who is technically from China, but she is actually Uyghur. Um, I don't know how you actually pronounce it because it's not even an English word, but Uyghur. It's one province in China. It's a Muslim area. Mhm. And she's um well, she's from this area, uh Muslim area in China. Yeah. And um she ran away from China to Japan. And now she's a Japanese national. She's a Japanese citizen. And um and she's running for this same election, very same election, from this party which is called Kunimori, um, um, which is supposed to be like an ultra nationalist party. This has been kind of issue too, actually, because she's Muslim. Yeah. Um, because she's Muslim, and some people think that she has been she has been supporting the Islamic society in Japan. Yeah. And also, like, how do you call it? Uh, I should have checked some words and stuff. Um, Now in Japan, when people die, yeah, you have to cremate. You have to burn. You have to burn the body. But this some Muslim groups in Japan, they want their they want their bodies to be buried. In Japan, earth burial is not basically allowed, but the Muslims in Japan want their bodies want their bodies buried, buried in in earth. Yeah. And we don't like that. Yeah, cremated. Right. Yeah. In Japan, you have to cremate your body. Yeah, you have to burn the body. But Muslims don't like that. Yeah. So they basically um, want their bodies to be buried in earth. Yeah. Um, and like I said, we don't want it for different reasons. Mm. Basically, the law doesn't allow it. Yeah. First of all, and second of all, it is for us, for the Japanese people. You know, um, it is rather. It sounds or it feels kind of disgusting to have like a rotten body in in earth. Yeah. We feel, I do, probably because probably because I'm Japanese, but it sounds very yucky. It sounds sickening to have like dead body in earth. Yeah, we don't like that. Mhm. and and some people will say that if you if you bury your body in earth, uh, it can contaminate the water, or it can contaminate the earth or stuff. Yeah. um we have been having this kind of conflict here and there. And but um this woman from Uyghur, yeah, who are supposed to be um who are supposed to be oppressed by the Chinese government. Yeah. And I think they are, oppressed, yeah, by the Chinese. Ran away from China and came to Japan, and the person became a Japanese national. And and who is supposed to be like a member of this ultra right wing party. Yeah. And actually might be pushing. I don't know what kind of. I really don't know like what kind of evidence they have for this one here. I haven't really seen any evidence that she's going for the kind of issue. Um, yeah, but anyway, yeah, we have been kind of, how do you call it? Um, we've been kind of skeptical about like what this party has been doing because they are supposed. This party is trusted by some uh, right wing, some of the right wing society. Yeah, like my crowd. Yeah, and if I have a chance, and I would vote for the party because what they say is very nationalistic and stuff. Yeah, but this case here, this woman, who was from Uyghur, which is occupied by China. Yeah, I think this kind of proves that if you accept immigrants easily, yeah, and then we have to start to pretend, basically, we have to start to pretend that we're not racist. Yeah, have to let people from other countries who are naturalized as our people to run for elections and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like if I move to the UK, yeah, I become an UK national, and I say things which are very nationalistic. I say like don't accept immigrants. I should be the last one. Or whatever, and like I say like UK belongs to the white people. I say stuff like that after I moved to the UK, and I'm a UK citizen. Yeah, so people come to people come to trust me, right? And then I want to run for the election. Yeah, and I don't know which party to look for. And some people in the some people in the patriotic alternative may think that it might be a good idea to have Ochiai, me, to run for the election to prove that you're not racist. That kind of thing. That's exactly what's happening. Yes, they are trying to make you feel guilty about racism, right? Yeah. Like you have to always kind of prove that we're not racist. Therefore, we're going to have this person from China, from this person who is Muslim, to run for the next election from our party. Yeah, yeah. So and people may think that we're not racist, whether So, okay, my conclusion is basically you should let or you should allow uh, your race, people in your race to run for elections. Yeah, because you don't really have to prove that you're not racist. If I run the if I have a if I have a political party, and I should not let people from other race, people of other race to run um, for elections, because some people will not trust us. Yeah, and some people feel that we cannot say so many things anymore about other countries. Like we cannot really complain, or we cannot really criticize other countries so much anymore, because our one of our party members is from China or Korea. We can really criticize Korea and China because you know our friend is from China and Korea and stuff. Yeah. We shouldn't do that, I think. Yeah. And this particular case here, Muslim. Yeah. Um, she's a person of Islam, and if she runs for the next election, um, from this ultra nationalist party, and then the people in that same party cannot really criticize Islam anymore. Yeah, but most people in Japan, you know, have pretty much no idea about Islam, or we know, but we cannot really say because they haven't really caused a problem, so much a problem yet in this country, but they will if the number grows bigger. Yeah, we have seen some evidences. Yeah, and other stuff. So for many different reasons, we should not have. Uh, we should not allow um people of other origins to run for um, to run for elections um, from your party for many different reasons. It is difficult to criticize their origins, yeah, and it is it could be some people might not some of your supporters may not like your party anymore, yeah, and um, some people made some of those uh, uh, the former foreign nationals may try to take advantage of the party. Yeah, and all these different reasons, I don't think it is a good idea. Yeah. So, um, yeah, that's my opinion. Yeah. So, if I move to the UK, if I move to the UK, first of all, you should not let me join the PA. Or if I do, and then you should not let me run for elections. Yeah, because some people get uh, some other party members may get disappointed, or they might feel that it is difficult for them to criticize Japan or China or Asia in general. Yeah, you won't be able to fight the arrogance of um, you can really fight the arrogance of the foreigners in your country, in your countries. Yeah. So if you have a nationalist, if you have a nationalistic party, and then you should not let other races to run for the election or whatever. Yeah. I'm sure Mark will let you join PA. Really. Ochiai, it is sensible that you do not get the leading position. Yeah, if it ever happened. I'm glad you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, first of all, and the second of all, I think it is okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Of course, I mean, I should not have any leading position in your party. Yeah, yeah. Bacon, you would make a great speaker. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll try. I'll try. I don't think I'm going to move to the UK, but I would like to visit. Yeah, I would like to visit. I think visiting is okay. Why not? Yeah. I should make a T-shirt which says that I'm a I'm only a tourist. I'll be here only for a week or something. Yeah. Yeah. I would like to speak at your conference and stuff. Yeah. It would be kind of interesting. Yeah. I don't have any party now, so I don't really have any reason to invite anybody. But yeah, if I belong to any party and stuff, and I would like to invite some of you. Yeah, my T-shirt should be saying I'm a tourist, and I I'll be here only for a week. Well, I'm leaving soon or something, whatever. Yeah, so nobody will attack me. Look at the Chinese illegal immigrant here. No, first of all, I'm Japanese, and I'm leaving like in 2 days. Streaky Bacon, it'd be great if you came to our conference, Ochiai. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, it'd be interesting, I think. Yeah. I don't know if, um, yeah, other members will agree with that, but haha, I'm a tourist, right, right. Japan is the place I most want to visit, right? You should, come and visit as a tourist sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays, you can see pretty much everything on the internet. Yeah. And whatever. Yeah. So I think you can kind of, get the idea like what kind of places um, um, you should be visiting and stuff, right? Right. Mm. Konoma-san. Okay, right. I really want to, Konoma-san, I'm going to translate what you just say here. I'm going to, I watch many videos of the bullet trains. Oh, is that right? Oh, you like that? You're like a train fan or something? Yeah. コノマさん、ちょっとそれ英訳しますね。the one person says that if there are if if there were many nationalists, the your society uh, will be easier for us to will be easier for us to live in. Yeah, and we should not put our our tax money into Africa and other Asian countries. We don't really have lots of onions in Japan because of the temperature, maybe, I don't know. And electrical appliances, uh, um, yeah, you have to. um, it's difficult to get those. Okay, I know why, because we don't really uh, like in China and in China and South Korea, they produce a lot of semiconductors, but because of the in the case of China, because of this U.S. sanction, they cannot produce the semiconductors anymore. Yeah, and in the case of South Korea, because of the Japanese sanction, they can really produce semiconductors anymore. So, because of that, uh, that China and Korea can really produce the semiconductor. I mean, the electrical appliances. So there's a bit of shortage of the electrical appliances. Yeah. And some people say it is very easy to get naturalized in Japan. Yeah, basically the um, um, if you want to be a Japanese national, yeah, the basic law says that if you want to be a Japanese national, you need to be here for 5 years legally, which is very easy because if you go to college, if you go to if you go to university for 4 years, if you work for 1 year, and that makes it 5 years. So if you do that, and basically you can apply for your Japanese citizenship. Very easy to get. Some people think that being a Japanese citizen is so hard or impossible or whatever, but it is kind of untrue. I want to keep this secret because I want to make people think that it is difficult, but actually it is very easy. But of course, I mean, they have tests and they have interviews. Yeah, you don't just turn the piece of paper and you don't become a Japanese national, but you need to be able to speak good Japanese, and you need to be able to write Japanese and stuff, which is not very easy, I think. But some people handle that pretty well. And also, you know, they might even come to your house. The immigration officers may come to your house, and they want to really see they want to see like you really you know basically I think they want to see what kind of lifestyle you have and stuff. Yeah. um yeah, for example, like, and they might want to check your backgrounds too. Yeah, whether like you don't belong to any criminal group and stuff. Yeah, yeah. I don't know the exact percentage, but I think lots of people are successful in in becoming naturalized Japanese citizens. Yeah, and some of us are complaining. Actually, a lot of us are complaining that it is too easy to be, it is too easy for people to, like, to get naturalized. Ah, okay, I see. Um, in Japan, we have some groups who are against the nuclear weapons or nuclear power itself. Um, but they never, uh, how do you call it? Like, they never protest against the missile launches of North Korea, or like nuclear test or nuclear bomb tests in China. I just think that from what you are saying, Japan faces much the same as we in the UK and Europe, right? I'm sure that the levels might be different, man. Well, what am I saying here? Yeah, the levels might be different, but yeah, we because um, Japan, Japan's history, of course, I mean, Japan's history is different from European history, but when it comes to like colonization, like when it comes to um, like in how the people, uh, how the people in the third world look at us, um, um, and stuff it might be a little bit similar. Yeah, yeah, because Japan was the only country that managed to rule other countries. Yeah, not many countries did that. UK, France, uh, not even Germany or Sweden. UK, France, Spain, Portugal, and Japan. Whatever. Not many countries managed to do what our countries, what our ancestors have been or have accomplished in the past. And so, Japan is one place that the people, especially people in Asia, want to come to. Yeah, and so because of that, we have lots of immigrants. Yeah, and there are okay. Let's talk about the Chinese immigrants. The Chinese immigrants. They uh, now the one that I read says that um, there are more than 1 million Chinese immigrants. Yeah, which is not true, because if you include if you include the descents or the people who have the Chinese blood and stuff, uh, there might be more than like 4 million Chinese descents, or Chinese descents, I should say, living in Japan, or who are already naturalized as Japanese citizens. Yeah, and the Koreans could be even more. In Japan, like, we have easily more than like 10 million foreign descents. So that's what that is. Yeah, and we have Muslims, not great many, but we do have Muslims, and they want to complain sometimes. I mean, they complain, and a lot of them are here illegally. Yeah, people from Turkey, for example. Did your birth rate fall over the past 50 years like the European birth rate did? Yeah. Yeah, Japan's birth rate is about like 1.3, which is almost same as the European average. Yeah, 1.3, which is not too bad actually. Yeah, but some people say that uh, some people make some ridiculous remarks, um, uh, saying something like Japan is going to die out in 500 years or something. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen because Japan's population at this moment is about like 100, 130 million. Yeah, Japan has a very large population still, so we're not going to die out, anytime soon. Not not a couple hundred years. Yeah, maybe in a couple thousand years. Who knows? But yeah, I don't think I'll be around that time. Yeah, 1.3, sometimes 1.4. Every year it changes a little bit. Yeah, the po- the birth rate of South Korea is very low. Um, it's like 0.8 or something. Yeah, so the country. Some people say that the country is going to die out in about 100 years or something. But who knows? South Korea is more eager to accept immigrants. Yeah, it is much easier for people to migrate to South Korea. Uh, um, I think one of the reasons um, is the population. The decline of the birth rate. Yeah, and I think they want to comp. And another reason that they are doing the South Korea is accepting immigrants is because actually many Koreans think that um, uh, accepting immigrants make you look like a civilized country. Yeah, and Japan has been attracting lots of immigrants, and Japan won't. We don't want to, but the people in the government or the Japanese government thinks that we should accept immigrants because European countries are doing it. It's your fault. No, just kidding. Um, but because especially UK and Germany, France, in those countries are very attractive to immigrants because your countries are rich. Yeah, so Japan should be doing the same. That's what some Japanese people think. Yeah, and we have been, you know, but we have lots of arguments and whatever. So some people are trying to stop that, and some people have been stopping, the kind of plans and stuff. But still, people still come. People still come here as tourists, and they just stay here. Yeah, and in that kind of case, it's kind of difficult to catch them and drive them out. Yeah, it's difficult to catch them, and whatever, because they're hiding somewhere. Yeah. Or like they come here as a temporary workers, but after their terms, uh, after 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 their terms, they just stay here and they commit crimes because they are here illegally. They're here without permits, so they start steal things and stuff. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, basically we have those kind of problems, but uh, South Korea always wants to compete with Japan. Yeah, and they think that uh, if Japan is accepting immigrants, let's then South Korea should be accepting more immigrants because they want to beat us. They want to beat us in the field too. Yeah. So which is quite welcome actually. take our take the immigrants from us. So you can beat us. Yeah. So And of course, I mean, they have this decline of birth rate and the population and stuff. Japan's population is still growing, actually. Yeah, but South Korea's population is decreasing. Oh, is that right? Wow. When I was young, we were encouraged by the media not to have many children because of overpopulating the planet. Meanwhile, Africa and the Middle East were very busy making children. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Africa and the Middle East, some lots of places in Asia actually, yeah, India and stuff too. Yeah, they are, yeah, Asia. Here we go. Yeah, they have lots of children. Yeah, and us, these like yeah, I hear stories about what's happening in Europe. Yeah, uh, but yeah, exactly. In the mean, and in Japan, actually, some feminists say that you know they women should not get married because we are going to lose freedom. We're going to lose basic human rights and stuff. Yeah, that some feminists in Japan say that, and those people obviously don't get married. Yeah, I wouldn't marry them anyway, but I'm not gonna talk about like their appearances and stuff, but they are far from being desirable. I don't know if I should say this, but yeah, because they say shit like that, excuse my language, but they say stuff like because they say stuff like that, and that makes them that makes them less desirable, and you know who would want to marry people like that, men, women, both, of course. Yeah, when they say like when those feminists say that like they are still oppressed by men, they are still like discriminated against and stuff or whatever as women, sexism or whatever, they when they stuff like that, and um of course, I mean, yeah, and there are some men who say stuff like that too, like a male feminist. I think you have some of those in your countries. um m- Male feminists. They're like I know, like, you guys call those kind of people like soy boys and stuff, right? Yeah, soy boys, so it's kind of funny because in Japan we eat a lot of soys. We eat a lot of soybeans. Yeah, we have like a miso soup, whatever. Usually we oftentimes not usually, but oftentimes we ferment those soybeans. So I think it is kind of different from the ones that you're thinking of. Yeah. Anyway, Sally, then all those countries have shipped their people around the world via those kind. Um, uh, I'm going to change the pronunciation because if I say Jewish, that can be a problem. So I say those kind, uh, uh, newish, newish NGOs that bring them, right. hmm Yeah, we're talking about that last week. Yeah, people from Israel. I mean, they're not just Jews. They're not just Jewish people, but they're from Israel, and they're helping the Africans move to Italy. Why would they want to do that? It's crazy. They, I saw another, I saw another video, and they're actually like they have their boats, and like the Africans are trying to move from Africa to Italy, and because Italy is the closest place, right? And they're on the like a rubber boats, and it's very dangerous. Actually, it looks very dangerous. So Israelis are there. People from Israel. Why would they want to go to? why would why would Israelis want to do that? They're not just Jewish. They're not like Italian Jewish. They are not like Jewish Italians. They are not like Jewish Europeans, but they are from Israel, and they are helping those people from Africa move to Italy illegally, and they're taking those people to the like a care center or something, or like a whatever. Yeah, and they are giving them food. Of course, I mean they're like volunteer groups, so they're NGOs, like you said. So they, somebody must be aiding those people, those volunteers. Yeah, uh, I think it's screwed up. It's really Israelis. Why would they want to be there? Aren't you guys busy? You're taking care of your own country. You know. Why would they want to be there? Seriously, yeah. Italians must be very upset. But I don't know. They're not Jewish Italians, or they're not like Jewish Europeans, but they're like from Israel. Anyway, feminism is a Marxist doctrine, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're destroying themselves. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Um. Basically, there are only two genders, two sexes, men, women. So, if they if women are telling other women not to get married or whatever, the in about 80 years, the human beings will cease to exist. We're going to all disappear. Yeah. Um, but that's not their concern, I guess. Yeah, because they know that some women still get married and have children and stuff. Yeah, but it's funny, like when it's almost funny. I shouldn't say funny. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Yeah, but it is almost funny to hear them, talk about how bad we boys, we men are and stuff. I don't know what it makes me wonder. No offense, but makes me wonder what kind of fathers they had, or they must have some brothers, um, male family members, uh, fathers, brothers, their male friends, in the whatever. I wonder what kind of people they are. Uh, were they so terrible to them? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Sally. Yes, the Soros Foundation is helping. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. Right, Soros, George Soros. Yeah, George Soros. Um, that guy's from Hungary or something, right? What the hell does he want to do? You know, this guy from Hungary, and I think he's American now. And what does he want to do? He made so much money and stuff, and he's not doing anything good for the people. Yeah. Yeah. Really doesn't make sense. And he's Jewish, right? Yeah. What do they want to do? They want to. I guess those people are helping Africans, and w- uh, I don't know if they're helping Africans and Middle Easterns or other Asians to have more children, to have more population in those countries. But obviously, the George Soros Foundation or whatever, they're helping those people move to Europe, or could be to Japan or something. Soros is a Hungarian Jew. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, how do you call it? Yeah. So basically, they want us to disappear from the face of from the face of Earth. Yeah. That's the impression I'm getting here. I mean, some people may say that, you know. But George Soros himself is white, I think. He doesn't look very black or Asian. Asian. Just kidding. Yeah. But is he trying to make like um it, what is what it kind of makes me wonder, like maybe he doesn't. Maybe those guys these Soros and these people, those Israelis and stuff. I think they want us to be. They want people to be mixed. Yeah, they're not trying to make us disappear. They're not trying to make you disappear, but I think they are trying to get us mixed with the Africans and Middle Easterns or something. Maybe they think that will make the world peaceful and uh, without we won't have if we all mixed, and then we will have less conflicts or something. But that is wrong, I think. Yeah, I think that can make you think that they're going to, those people are trying to make you disappear, but maybe they're just trying to get you mixed. Yeah. The communists in Japan may have the same plan, maybe. Yeah, that's why they are so eager to accept immigrants, yeah, which is supposed to make the world more peaceful. Yeah. But what's funny is usually those feminists or or the communists or whatever, they don't usually marry other races. I haven't really seen like those globalists. Usually those globalists live in the live in the neighborhood, uh, which have their which is mainly their own, like which is of their own race. For example, like if you're a white globalist, usually you live in a white neighborhood. You don't live with black people, and you're not married to a black man. Yeah, but they want you to do that. You know, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that themselves, but they want other people to do. You know, they want other people to marry other races. Yeah, they want other people to have mixed children. And then in Japan, it's the same thing. When I see communists and stuff, I mean, usually if they're ever married, and then they're married to Japanese, they're married to the Japanese, not to Africans or other Asians, Chinese or Koreans. Yeah. Sally, it is very hard to accept that your own kind will do this to your people. Yeah. But the Marxists are wicked and they only destroy. Exactly. Yeah. They're wicked. There are some wicked people. After I joined this movement and stuff, um, I realized that I realized, and you realize, Sally, that there are some wicked people. There are some evil people. Um, they only want to destroy your own kind. There are, yeah, there are people like that in Japan too. Yeah, they they are born and raised in this country, and I don't know. They want to destroy and they want to take a take a revenge. Um, I, I I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm putting this correctly, but like against the society that they have grown, they have they have grown up in. They don't care about children or old people. They're evil, right? There are some evil people. Yeah, they're just simply evil, and they want to spend lots of money, and they want to uh, they want to spend lots of money and energy to destroy your own kind. Yeah, there are people like that in Japan. Like they are. After I started to do this like activities and stuff. After I joined this movement, I realized these people are just simple, like simply like evil people. I guess every culture has, yeah. They just hate their own people, and you know, it works. Of course, it works against us, yeah. But I was just talking about this in Japanese the other day that there are some people in Korea, for example, in South Korea, in South Korea, there are some people who are really close to Japan. Uh, they, for example, like it's almost funny. I don't know if I should say this, but it's also it's almost funny that some South Koreans. Kose-san, okay, thank you. Yeah, bye bye. Um, there are some South Koreans who want to be on our side, yeah, even though they don't speak a word of Japanese. Yeah, they don't speak Japanese. They don't, they have never come to Japan, but they want to be on our side. And I guess those people are like evil in South Korea. They simply want to destroy their country or something because Japan and South Korea are not good, are not the best friends. We are not the best friends. But some South Koreans want to be our side simply because they want to destroy their own country. That's the reason that I came to, because it is incredible that some some actually many South Koreans hate their own country. They hate so they hate their own country, and they know that Japan is their enemy, so they want to be on our side or something. So for them, they um, they come to us and they try to help us destroy their own country. I guess for them they are evil. Yeah, I was just talking about that the other day. Yeah, so, but of course in Japan we have people like that too, and they want to sell our country for their ideology or sometimes money, but usually for their ideology. People like to talk about money and stuff, but I disagree. Yeah, usually they want to take revenge. They want to um they just hate the society that they have grown up in, and that they want to sell our country to South Korea or China, Russia or whatever. Yeah, but mainly to Korea and China. Yeah. So there are some evil people.